Good morning, Mr. Fry. This is Judge Middleton. Also with me is Mr. Stickley, the Chief Public Defender. Your lawyer, Lori Hines, I don't know whether she's available or not, but we didn't try to contact her. We got Mr. Stickley to be here. In this case, you were charged in file 23701 FY with possession of methamphetamine, possession or sale of a taser, and larceny less than $200. Prosecutor Marvin reduced that matter to the simple larceny charge, and you were supposed to pay $215 as restitution, which you did. You brought in $215 and they put it in your bond account. The problem is then you didn't show up for the sentence. You missed a court date in June. We gave you another court date. You came in on June 14th, so we recalled the bench warrant. We gave you a new court date of June 27th, and you didn't show up on June 27th. Then I did a show cause. And that was on August 16th. You didn't show up for that. So we issued a bench warrant for your arrest, or Judge Pattison did, I guess. He's not here today. So by my calculation, you have paid the restitution and you've done 3 days in jail and the other charges were dismissed. I don't know what Judge Pattison would do, but I think what Prosecutor Marvin had involved was time served and a misdemeanor. And these other charges were dismissed. Now, Mr. Stickley is here with us, standing in for your lawyer, Lori Hines. Would you rather wait for me to reschedule this when Ms. Hines can be here? Or are you willing to proceed with the public defender? Can you hear me, Mr. Fry? Major Tom? Oh, sorry. We have a lot of trouble with this room. Hi, I've got Major Tom in there and he can't hear me. Brian Fry is in there and I can't hear him. He can hear me, but I can't hear his sound. All right. All right, thanks. Oh, very good. Thank you, Deputy Schrader. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Your Honor. I can hear you.
Right. And I can hear you. As I had mentioned, Mr. Stickley, the Chief Public Defender, is here with us. Your lawyer, Lori Hines, is not. I don't know what she has this morning, but she's generally very busy.
That's okay,
Monday.
Judge.
All right. So my inclination, I got the $215 you posted as restitution. You're still going to order fines and costs, but you've been in jail for 3 days, and my inclination is that's probably what they were looking for. Judge Pattison isn't here. I don't want to make you wait till next week when he gets back. So are you willing to just have me proceed with the sentence at this point?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Larceny under $200. You already entered a plea. The felony charges were dismissed. I want to ask you what the heck you were doing with a taser, but I'm not gonna. How did you get arrested over the weekend?
I was going to the town to get my daughter some diapers.
Are you still out on Steers Road?
No, we sold that place.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you 3 days credit, 3 days. The restitution is $215. There's a $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, a $50 state minimum fee, and a $150 attorney fee. which is 350 plus 215 is 565. We have $215 of bond. We tried to forfeit your surety bond. I don't know why you didn't show up. All you needed to do was be here. I set.
We had a
Judge
death in the
Matt-
family the night before. We had a death, and it went right through the window. I
Who
didn't.
died?
Todd Castleman.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. But anyway, he ended up doing 2 more days in jail you probably didn't need to do. You owe $350. And I'm gonna make that due by November 15th. Can you pay it by then?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. Right now, things
No.
have been rough and
All right,
tight.
well then, when you get out of jail, I want you to come up here and set up a payment plan.
Okay.
You should get out before lunch.
Okay,
Next
Your
time,
Honor.
show up when you're supposed to. It'd make it a lot easier for all concerned. But you're free to go. The felony charges are dismissed. All right, come up here when you get out and set up a payment plan.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. You're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Todd Castleman, you're good to go. I'll bring the next person in.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Where's my attorney?
Good morning. Are you Sasha Michelle Kenyon?
Yep.
We met. I'm Judge Middleton. Your
No,
attorney,
I know.
Mr. Paul Gibson, is not available this morning. So with us is Mr. Keith Stickley, the Chief Public Defender. So
Okay.
he's here from the Public Defender's Office. The file number here is 231118FY. You were
Is it
charged
the same-
with,
Oh, sorry.
this is the May 31st incident.
Right.
You got arrested on July 11th and then promptly missed multiple court hearings. You had the earlier
rescheduled it. I had rescheduled it, and she had told me to. I even came in and rescheduled it.
You did.
Yes, and
All right.
It's hard
so,
when.
let's see what I can recap here. You got arrested on this in July, and they set a pre-exam conference for July 25th.
No.
Yeah.
No. You guys had arrested me, and I went to court. I was brought into court. We before I even did the court date, Horshire, or with his name is so hard to pronounce, but he did the intake on that. Whatever fell out when you guys arrested me, and it was all supposed to be put in one, because I don't got the money to keep coming in here and paying.
All right, it wasn't all put into one. It's Deputy Wertheimer. All right, so they charge you with a new felony case. You have the other felony case where you had started a payment plan. I'm not sure if you made any payments. So your first hearing, stop. Let me go through the recap. Your first hearing was July 25th. You posted a bond. You got out of jail, and they told you to be here on July 25th. You didn't show up on July 25th. You called the next day on July 26th, and you said, hey, I missed court. And they told you you had 48 hours to come in and reset it. So you did. You came in on July 27th. And they set a pre-exam conference for August 1st, and you were supposed to contact your lawyer, Mr. Paul Gibson. They gave you the notice and the instructions at the counter. So August 1st comes and you don't show up for that. And Mr. Gibson, I think, said, I never heard from her.
I never.
So we did a bench warrant, and then you called August 2nd and said, hey, I missed my court date. And they said, well, come back into the court. She said she understood. Then you never came back. And then you got arrested on August 27th. So each time you've been a day late and $1 short, which is very common with our methamphetamine defendants, they don't always do a good job of keeping their appointments. But the other thing you never did is contact your lawyer. So I need to get this case back on track. I'm going to reset.
I went from being homeless out in the woods, having no phone, no car, no nothing, to living at my mom's, where my mom took me back in. She has cameras inside of her phone watching me and everything. So, and I never posted bail. I sat my 15 days.
Yes.
And
well, that's because Judge Pattison gave you 15 days. But I'm going to reset the pre-exam conference for next Tuesday, September 25th at 8:30. I'm going to reset the prelim, if needed, for September 12th at 1 o'clock. Mr. Gibson is still your lawyer, although you never contacted him.
I ain't got no money, no phone.
All right, well then we'll make sure that you're there. Bond's got to remain at 5,000 cash or surety. There is some room for confusion here because these cases overlapped.
Can I get someone like that's really like, I know you ain't got time to do this a lot, but can you get someone to like study this case? Because this is not, I don't feel that this is right for me. I feel people are ganging up on me and it's bullshit. I mean, for real.
All right, well, let's talk about this. But there's no excuse for the fact that you didn't show up when you were supposed to. You missed 2 court dates. You called the next day, said, hey, I missed court. Sorry. We're all here, standing here with our hat in our hand, waiting for you to show up.
Well, no, she told me she had already issued the warrant. So I'm like, well, then what?
Well, yeah. So then you didn't come in. So you
no, she told me to come in and turn myself in, and I'm like, well.
Yeah. Okay. So here you are now. So yeah, we're not ganging up on you. We gave you 3 separate opportunities to come in here, and you decided to wait to get arrested rather than come in and turn yourself in. And in which case I would have probably given you a PR bond. So now the bond is 5,000 cash or surety, and we will address this next Tuesday morning with your lawyer, Mr. Gibson.
I will make
sure. And I don't think you're going to post the bond, and then he will come see you at the jail.
I was just going to say, I'll make sure that I send a note this morning to Mr. Gibson so he knows she's there and can see her.
All right. Very good. You're good to go. She will be better when we see her after 7 days in jail. Anyway, it's never their fault. It's always somebody else's, namely me. Anyway, we will see her at that time.